Hey, you guys. Cool. So we're currently on YouTube and Twitch, and welcome to another edition of Dan Plays Games from the Elder Times. And I am Dan, and the game from the Elder Times that I'm currently playing is, of course, the AD&D Pool of Radiance game from 1988, new on Steam this year. So first time I have ever played this, and everything you see here is me discovering it for the very first time. And I know quite a bit about first edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, and I know next to nothing about Pool of Radiance or the other gold box games. So my success here it's been variable. You know what? I actually have been. I currently have a 2-week streak with no TPK. Can I make it a three-peat? I'm gonna find that out tonight. So let's get started. I might have just jinxed myself. I don't know. On the Wandering DMs channel last Sunday, we had a very nice discussion for an hour of fantasy languages in D&D. And, some of us were talking about fantasy alphabets and, puzzles in our D&D games that involve translations. And Pool of Radiance does this. So here's my code wheel that you can use to translate Elven or Dwarven languages in the game. And of course, you do have to use this as the copy protection code wheel. So tonight, you get the little 3 loopy Elven rune. That's pretty easy. On the Dwarven rune, it looks like capital I. So dash dot dot says jungle is what that says. Cool. Hey, Desparrow, how are you tonight? So Desparrow well knows the last TPK that we did see was me trying to knock over the Temple of Bane. And it started out okay, and then I got swamped by a giant army of orcs led by this maximum level half-orc cleric named Mace. So I'm still licking my wounds over that, and I am preparing for a rematch at some point. I don't know. So maybe not tonight though. So my plan for tonight is I got about I think halfway through the Koval Mansion area last time. I was doing okay, I think, and of course Koval Mansion, I think I'm saying that right, is infested by killer thieves. So one of the commissions I have is to clear the traitorous thieves out of Koval Mansion. And I think I'd like to try to complete that tonight. Other possibilities are, as I have racked up a couple of wilderness missions. So I have been told to stop the nomads from joining the evil forces. I've been told to stop a kobold tribe. I assume they're in the wilderness somewhere, so I could start hunting for them. There's the graveyard that everybody's super worried about. But I think I'm at least going to start off finishing with Koval Mansion tonight. So that means, was there anything else last time that was important? I'm getting more information about this Tyranthraxis character. So one of the journal entries I found last time was talking about someone who actually went to the underworld and saw Tyranthraxis there, along with 3 or 4 other henchmen of Bane himself. So that's kind of scary. I did clear out the library last time, and the library is pretty easy, except for 2 horrible monsters. 2 really horrible monsters. There's a basilisk, and then there's a specter on the way out. And I was really super concerned about both of them, but I actually managed to get through that completely unscathed, amazingly. So I'm feeling pretty good about that, and hopefully I can continue the streak. Now, Koval Mansion does have a whole bunch of traps. So I think I'm in the inn, right? Okay, so that suggests that maybe for the first time I'm going to use the Find Trap spell. And of course, that's complete. I have no idea like what the effective duration is in this game, but I think it's worth a shot. So, which of my multitudinous clerics can get fine traps. Now, I gotta think about this. Durton is this NPC cleric, and his whole deal is to clear out the Temple of Bane, which is how I got in trouble. I can't control what he does to cast in combat, but I can control how he casts outside combat. So he can get fine traps. I think that would, and granted how poorly he selects his combat spells, I guess it would be smart to prioritize the out of combat stuff. So this would work perfectly. Thank you, Dispel. Right. There's also the textile house. I think I memory hold that because of the horrible experience I had with the undead. Again, there was, what was a pack of ghouls led by a wight, and I nailed the first pack, and then just more kept mobbing me, and so I think I memory hold that. Okay, so wow, that's a lot of. That's an enormous number of spells in memory. Holy smoke, he's good. So between the basis plus the wisdom modifier, wow, he's got a crap load of spells. He already has fine traps. That's interesting. Prioritize. So Dan says prioritize stuff that isn't combat. So how about I yank the spiritual hammer in favor of a second fine traps? That's interesting. Right there. Should I get any more than that? Is 2 fine traps going to be good enough? Well, that's nice, Despero. I like that. If later on I load up every single one of his slots with hold person, then he doesn't have any choice. That's an interesting way of kind of boxing in what I want. That's clever. I'm going to write that down. Write that down. Give Durton all the spell that I want. And then the question is, what does he cast it on? Hopefully the chief guy. So should I have anybody else? No, I think Griffiths only has 1 second level spell, so probably not. Yeah, I guess, okay, I guess the guys that I can control, they ought to have the holds. They ought to have the combat spells, and Durton ought to have the non-combat spells. That silence 15-foot radius, I feel like that's pretty unlikely that that's going to be important. At least with this NPC. So we'll call that a day. Probably 2's enough. And everything else, I'm pretty sure I've topped off. Let me just make sure my wizards are topped off. Yeah, good. There's Nirjarini's knock spell that got me in the library last time. Great. I'm still carrying a whole bunch of sleep spells. Again, I'm running into things like orcs a lot. And we know with the Temple of Bane, that's exactly what I get through. So let's save this. Hey, Lord Suda. Yeah, I did get started a little bit late tonight. So normally it's 11 p.m. Eastern time. So I was like about 10 minutes late tonight. Yeah, I was running a little bit late because my college courses actually start next week, and I was making videos for that. In fact, I think I ran down my earbuds, which is why I've got the wired headphones tonight. Theoretically, it's supposed to be 11 p.m. Yeah, okay, good. So Koval Mansion's over on the other side of the river. You know, little scheduling note, starting next week, since we're talking about that, I'm going to shift the night of this show. I'm going to shift to Monday nights, actually. And I'm doing that to make space for some other shows that we're hoping to have on the channel this fall. So if you want to join me Monday night at 11 Eastern time, that's what I'll be doing. And if not, feel free to just watch the recording on Thursday. No spoilers. Hey, Laura. Yes, so I'm going to go finish clearing out Koval Mansion is my plan. So I just stocked up on a couple fine trap spells. I got about halfway done with it last time. Yeah, I don't want. I mean, if we were smart, if we were smart, we would pre-plan and like promote them better. But we're pretty sure what we're gonna do. But I don't want to say something publicly and then have it not happen. So they just might show up by surprise, and you'll know about it later. So so Koval Mansion is the northern entry into the city in that part. So I think I went in the back entrance last time is what I tend to do. Yeah, I came in this way, right? This is the back entrance. Hey, Disparell, you know, in my job, I swing back and forth between teaching math and computer science. So at the moment, I actually am teaching all CS classes this fall. I got one section of Programming 1 and 2 sections of Programming 2. I guess, I don't know if that's ironic or not, but that's what's happening. And I do it's all C++, so basically the first year of C++ programming. Which, you know, that's what I did professionally, so it kind of works. So I think here I basically did the whole eastern slice, right? So I'm pretty sure I cleared out the whole eastern slice. If I'm smart, I'll cast Fine Traps. I don't know how long it's going to last. Or how this works. Okay, so Durton is affected by the Fine Traps, so we'll see how this works. So I do want to start going kind of westerly here, which is to say to the right. It's like a lot of doors. Bash it. Okay. Some of these jerks. As you enter the room, a thief with a sword comes out of nowhere, backstabs a party member, then disappears through the wall. Damn it. Durton is hit for 5 hit points of damage. Okay, so he's high level. I think we live with that. I'm not super happy. Bash this. Maybe I should start picking. Is this going to happen again? This is the same guy. As you enter the room, a thief with a sword comes out of nowhere. He tries to attack the party, but you stop him. What will you do? I will definitely attack him. Oh, he's in a bad. Right, here's our standard naked thief in Koval Mansion. So Griffith can probably nail him. Nope. Okay, so Rollin, right, if I go here, I guess this might be a backstab. Yeah, yes it is. That's all she wrote. Oh, Durton, what? Durton! God! Durton. Just blew a whole person spell. I love you, Durton, but boy, you could do better than that. Yeah, thanks for that, Disparell. I tried to find what they were disappearing through last time, and I also said, is it a secret door? Are the walls illusory? But nothing really came of that. Right, this is nonsense, but I'll take it anyway. All right, might as well cover the north parts. Your magic detects a trap. Perfect. We love it. What do you want to do? Avoid it or disarm it. I'm gonna go disarm. Now I don't remember what we said about that. If one's automatic or not. I would love to disarm it. So obviously Rollin is my only thief. You deactivate the trap. Great. Lovely. Just gonna search some of the corners here in case there's anything interesting. And that's the only exit, right? Okay, good enough. Take it? Maybe that's more subterfuge-y. Oop, here's a guy. Ooh, he's got a mohawk. As you enter the room, 2 thieves come out of nowhere and attack the party. They fail miserably and run out the east door. Will you chase them? Okay, now that's sketchy. So the game has, right, so the game's done the first beat, second beat to make me think that eliminating the attacking thieves is good. And so this would be if I was DM, this would be the time when I zigzag the other way and make this an ambush. Nonetheless, I want to wipe that dumb smirk off that guy's face. Yeah, I'm going to go yes anyway. I'm pretty sure this is a bad idea, but here I go. I'm all about the bad ideas. Yes. Interesting. This is the first time you get like some automatic movement here. Is it a trap? It's probably a trap. Oh man, I'm going all over the place. Holy smoke. Also, I'm going to get lost. As you enter this room, the 2 thieves split. One going through the east door, the other going through the south. Oh, that's clever. Which path will you take? That is really clever. I'm going to go south. I did not expect this to be a thing. Fascinating. So my hands are off the keyboard right now as we're moving. Oh, right, Despero, right. When the ambassador, as you enter the room, you are ambushed by some thieves. Yep, there you go. Oh, fuck! That's such great design. That's such great design of like, there's 1 thief and 2 thieves and 20 thieves. That's delightful. That is great. I love it. I could kind of sense that coming, but none. You know what? I love it. Also, these are, okay, 6th level thieves. I got to pay attention to that. So 1st level thieves, but there's a 6th level thief in there. So that's the guy that should get hit by a whole person. You know what? This is not bad. This is actually a little bit of practice for when I take on the Temple of Bane and I have to deal with a giant batch of orcs plus top level half-orc cleric. Wow, they're fast. I'm not getting any... I guess they surprised me, right? So I guess they're all going to go before I get around. So far, they seem to be outclassed. Okay, Cadell got hit. Right, so I can cast, but I can't use ranged weapons in contact. So... sleep it is. Pretty good placement with these guys. I'm not going to catch too many. Okay, so first, 6, first, and first. Okay, so there's a 6th level thief here I got to pay attention to, but nonetheless, right here. That's what you want. That 6th level guy. Useful. Okay, So how many? So how many? 6 level thieves at first. It's just the one. No, that's 6 level, and he's 6 level. Just make sure that's no. There's a third one. Okay, so 3 6 level guys. That's interesting. And the rest are all first. So how about Griffith, you say? Okay, so let's get the guy who is threatening. Oh, and I can pick more than one, right? I keep thinking I can only pick one, so I can actually pick. He's not casting yet. You're right. There you go. Three higher level guys. I can tag all 3 of them. Okay, so Niljarini. I'm just going to scout out what I got here. So him. That would be nice for, well, Rollins right there. This would be nice for a sleep spell right here. Here would be nice, I guess. That's pretty good. I kind of want to plant it here, but Rollin would be in the way, so. Not that that's stopped me all the time before. Got it. Okay, great. Thank you for that, Disparrow. You. Oh, great. Okay, so you are threatening my wizard and stuff, so you get hit. And you're kind of too close, so you get hit. And that guy. Great. Good. 3 for 3. That is a good sign. So I think, I mean, so I burned, what, 3 spells so far? I'm guessing I don't need any more. So how many are up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, I mean, if I were to, hypothetically, I could cast another sleep spell, but I only pick 3. I get 3 at a time. So I'm assuming that's probably not necessary. So probably if I start waxing some of these guys, there'll be morale checks involved. So I probably don't need that. So what Maelwyn will do is take out one of the leaders. That should help. Hearten. So he's in melee, so he can't use those flasks of oil. How about a magic hammer? All right, he's still readying the silver mirror from when I fought the basilisk last time, so that's probably not needed anymore. Thieves in classic D&D are not great combatants, so they're not a huge threat yet. Let's see if I can take down this guy. Nice. Nice. They have 4 hit points each. I really wish Cadell had more hit points. All these guys are still up. Ah. 1 hit point too little. Yeah, I mean, if I yeah, I hear you about the backstabs. I mean, with my party like this, I'm not seeing that they're going to have an opportunity for that. I guess Cadell on the end. I guess that's the one place that could happen. Nice. Well put. Now that, see, you don't see that every day. My magic user wiping out 2 enemies by hand in 1 round. That's nifty. Okay, now interesting. So now you got me thinking about this. So if I break my formations, then there might be back attacks happening. I think I'm probably okay. Good job. Did I see that? Okay, there we go. Now Cadell is down to 1 hit point, which I kind of missed. I kind of lost track of. It's a little scary. Thanks, Durton. This guy. Okay, now Cadell, I don't want him, if I screw up somehow, I don't want him any closer to the fight. Got 1 hit point. Good. Oh, 7 points of damage from an arrow. Nice. I guess it's a magic something, isn't it? Okay, 225 XP per person. That's not too bad. Is there anything interesting? Boy, Cadell got really beaten up there. Interesting items. 80 million longswords, of course. I'm going to take the leather armor just in case that's, I don't know, maybe that's magic. Probably not. Okay, so what are the chances that the leaders had magic swords or something? All right, prayer adds. Right, prayer adds to damage. Good point. I feel like that's pretty unlikely. I'm just going to ditch these. Share the money. Nope. Okay, as usual, I'm going to check in on speed. Okay, so Nujerini is still good. Weirdly, my magic user has the highest strength. Really? That's interesting. Okay, so let's use some of those healing spells. And first of all, let me look up what my my max hit points are. Okay, so Durton is 26 and Cadell is 15. Boy, he really got hammered. So, yeah. All that's legitimate. So Durton's full up now. And can I get Cadell back to 15? Ah! Do you remember last time, like, I think Rollin took 3 Cure Lights in a row and got 1, 1, and 1 hit points, I think? And this is happening again. I didn't see what he got up to. 10. Yeah, it is worth it. I don't mind this. Okay, great. Great, great. Let me save this. Cool. Thanks for that, Disparel. So, look. Anything interesting in this room? On the floor here, you find some important-looking files. You stuff the files into your journal under entries 38 and 50. Well, that's interesting. 38 and 50. Let's go see what that is. Okay, that's quite a bit of information. So journal entry 38. Several pieces of paper with highly organized writing. Fact. Werner von Urslingen is a retired mercenary captain turned businessman. Strong rumor. Mostly interested in the military aspects of the reconquest of Phlan. Rumor. Fought in a mercenary unit hired by the boss early in his career. Rumor hates Zentarim because he fought in a unit against them several times. Rumor has strong contacts with other mercenaries and some ruffians in town. None of our informants confirm such contact. Let me guess, they're the NPCs you get at the guild. Vague rumor, von Urslingen's unit was wiped out by enemy magic users. He was the only survivor. He retired and now secretly hates magic users. That's interesting. Werner von Urslingen. Okay, and the other one is 50, right? There's a lot of information in these. Okay, so entry 50. An official-looking notice. Quote, assemble a group of at least 30 of your... I feel like we've seen this before. 50? Right. Have I not? Is this not the same thing we saw before? Assemble a group of at least 30 of your followers. Meet up with a hobgoblin assault force at the small docks to the west of town. You and your group will be under the command of the hobgoblin leader. Follow his orders. Upon completion of the mission, you will be rewarded with food, treasure, and many slaves. Signed, the boss. Scribbled on the back of these orders is Norris the Grey's unsent reply to the boss. I will never follow the orders of a hobgoblin. I don't go on missions until I know exactly what we're supposed to do, and I don't go on missions for an unknown amount of food, treasure, and slaves. I do go on missions where I am in command, where I know exactly what the target is, and where I know exactly how much I'll get paid. Don't send me another order until you can meet my terms. Signed, Norris the Grey. Now, unless did I write that down wrong? Because we saw that when I beat Norris the Grey under Kudo's Well. Is that just a... Did I write that down wrong? Because, I mean, it wouldn't make sense to have 2 papers signed by the same guy. Oh well. Hope I didn't bungle the journal entry there. I feel like I'm about to go back to my recording and see what the hell it said, but that's what I got there. Okay. So that pursuit took me all the way to the south end of the mansion here. Okay, I did want to kind of explore the western part here, so I'll go in that direction. On a nearby wall is a slate. Drawn on the slate is a complex maze with the words in Northwest Castle under it. You copy the castle in your journal under entry 41. I'm going to carefully document that before it goes off the screen. 41. Okay, so that's kind of a classic, 10-foot space, mazy labyrinth type thing. A clean map drawn with exact lines. Okay. So that might be important at some point. That's good to know. That is Northwest Castle. Pick it. Bash it. Good. I'm getting jumped again, right? As you enter the room, a thief with a sword comes out of nowhere. He tries to attack the party, but you stop him. What will you do? I will attack him. I looked up 38 and 50 is what I was looking at. And I'm suspicious that 50 wasn't right. Nobody's hitting this guy. I was just complaining about the thieves not hitting well earlier. Now I'm not hitting well. Okay, there you go. Two experience points. I mean, these aren't going to be magic. But I'm taking the Sparrow's advice. I'm taking the swords. And share the money. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Elfine. No spoilers. I'm just gonna butt my head against it. So just feel free to if I have like an interface problem or yeah, I'm not using a spell properly, tell me that. But yeah, no spoilers. I'm just gonna try to get the whole experience here. Thank you for the offer. Yeah, and you don't have to look it up. I have one experience. My girlfriend Isabel was at a trivia night one night, and like everybody else in the room apparently was looking stuff up on their phones in secret. And so she's like, okay, she called me. I was at home, looked it up, and then of course she was the only person who got caught. It's kind of funny. Ah, crap. Okay, well, that's not too bad. So so the fine traps found. I think the fine traps found the trap. I tried to disarm it, but failed. So Griffith got tagged by that scything blade. So I don't know if I should just avoid it, but if the spell is gone and I come back through, I don't want the trap to be there again. All wound around, aren't they? So I would like to get in that bottom left space there somehow. Nice. Is that right? I need to highlight who's picking or bashing the door. That's interesting. I feel like, that's a good point. That actually would be compatible with how everything else works. That's a good point, actually. Now, okay, so for what it's worth, when I get to the door, it's not letting me change who's highlighted. So maybe not. For other stuff, like it says who's going to do this, but right now I cannot change who it's highlighted. It would make sense, though. As you enter the room, a thief with a sword comes out of nowhere, backstabs a party member, then disappears through the wall that we don't know. Oh, Lord! Good gravy. Holy shit. Well, there's the cannon part of the glass cannon. So Maelwyn just went from full to 0 with 17 points of damage. Jeez Christ. How much? I mean, that didn't take her to -10. She at least had more than that. Okay, she should be at -3. So depending on how this works, she got to be down but alive, I hope. Ah, that's scary. Let me just view this. Okay, status dying. Got it. Okay, that's better than other options. That's frightening. Okay, so now she has 1. Ugh, now she has 2. It's stupid. Who is? I need like tech support for my Cure Light Wound spells. I want to lodge a complaint. I need a help ticket. She's down by 5. Who's my Hearten's my other cleric, right? That was scary. Okay, so back up. Have I mean, is there nothing? Is there no way into the... There's this whole section here to the right that you can't get into. Am I crazy? Right, there's this whole wing here to the far right that says nothing's getting me in there. No, I guess in front of you is a wooden cabinet. What will you do? You got to examine it, I guess, right? Your party detects a trap. Okay, well, that's good. What do you want to do? Okay, so, I mean, so is there anything interesting in the cabinet, I ask myself? So it seemed like if there's something interesting in the cabinet, I got to disarm it. And if I avoid it, I'm gonna just walk away from the interesting thing. I'm gonna try to disarm it. Okay, you deactivate the trap. Good. Do I get anything? It is locked. How will you open the lock? Okay, so item 1, pick it. Who will try to pick the lock? Right, wrong. Do it. You try to pick the lock, but it is too complex for you to pick. You fail miserably. Well, okay, that's a little unnecessary. So I have a knock spell, right? Neverwinter has a knock spell. If I break it and there's something valuable, there's something fragile inside, I might lose it. So I'm going to use the knock spell. How about that? Neverwinter casts a knock spell and opens the lock. You find a wide variety of scrolls and scroll cases. 570 XP per character. That worked out. Holy smoke! You aren't kidding. Magic scroll, cleric scroll, stone statuette, scale armor, magic scroll. Wow. Okay, now she's overloaded because she has too much stuff, I guess. How about Hearten? Okay, stone statuette. I wonder how heavy that is. Heavy. Can anybody take that? Oh, I took it. Interesting. So I'm probably super burdened, right? Hearten's burdened. Neverwinter's close. Okay, Rollin's really slow. Am I happy with that? I don't think I am. Am I happy with that? Yeah, thanks, Lord Pseudo. Yeah, that worked well. Hopefully I don't need the knock spell someplace else. I guess movement 9 is not bad. I can probably live with that. Is there anything I can join here? I can't join leather armor. Interesting. Yeah, you're right. I hate having movement 3. Frankly, I could live with the others. It's Hearten, who basically needs to get in melee, that I'm not happy about having him so far down. Was the scale mail that really hurt him? If I trade this, I don't know, to Griffith? Okay, so he's 6, and Griffith's 3. I think I'm happier with that, actually. I'll go with that. I got to remember that is probably magic, because I just picked that up in this cabinet. That's probably special. Okay, interesting. You're saying speed mostly just matters in wilderness. Okay. I feel like it's one of those things to me that's like it's going to matter. You know, it's not going to matter right up until it does. So again, there's no way into these buildings to the far west. When I've searched that whole wall there, you know, are they outbuildings that you can get to from the outside? Is that the deal? That's kind of weird. Let me search every one of these spaces. Pick it. Bash it. Weird. On the floor is a crude map. It is a map of a complex maze with the words Northeast Castle under it. You take the map and put it in your journal under journal entry 29. Well, that's interesting. Is the whole castle like all mazes? Northeast Castle. 29. Okay, so same style. A clean map drawn with exact lines. Yeah, okay. So kind of one of these mazy 10-foot spaces, and it's got like actual rooms on the top right and the bottom left. It's got about 4 doors into the place. Okay, that's handy. That's probably important that I found that. Good. What's this guy doing? So I picked that lock for what it's worth. As you enter the room, a thief with a sword comes out of nowhere. He tries to attack the party, but you stop him. What will you do? I'm gonna lay down some punishment. Like 7 franc castles. That was just barely enough movement. Speaking of which, that was just barely enough movement for Rollin to get in position there. Oh, 6th level thief. Oh, crap. Wow, they'll sneak up on you like that. 6th level thief with 28 hit points. Okay, so... okay, so Griffith doesn't have any spells? Or he got hit? Mm-hmm. 6th level. I mean, okay. You know what? I'm gonna drill this guy. Hit this guy with a whole person. Does that make sense? I mean, I'm 7 to 1 on this guy. I mean, if you add up levels, like this guy way overpowered. But I really don't want. I mean, he can't backstab now, right? The surprise is gone. He can't flank anybody. I'm just. You know what? I'm gonna save. I'm gonna hold off on that. Did I switch back to non-magic arrows? That's a good question, Elfiend. Right, when I was fighting the Spectre last time, when it comes around, I should check. Good point. And the Thief's armor class is crap. That's a good point. Of course, Harden's stuck in the current position. Have some oil. Could do with larger damage on that. I certainly should be conserving my magic arrows if that's what's happening. Right, I can move here and attack from behind. I can move here, and then Griffith can move here. He's gonna get it. Okay, this is where I had to. Yeah. Okay. So right. Thanks for getting me to check there. So he's definitely using Melwin's definitely using normal arrows. Good point. That's not many arrows, is it? Normally I'm carrying around way more. Okay. So right choice to conserve the whole person spell. All right, so this has at least a chance of being magic, so I'll take that. Share any money. And get somebody to give Maelwyn arrows. This is what I'm looking for right now. Like this. I'll have these and then trade this over to Maelwyn. And then on Maelwyn's side, I'll go join that. Okay, thanks for getting me to think about that. She was getting low. Cool. Hey Matthew, thanks for the like. Yeah, other people, you should like, follow, and subscribe, starting with the like. Thank you. And you know what? I respect Lors. I respect me having to earn it. You know what? That's what this show is like. That is right in there. Here. Gotta earn the like. It's a hard show for hard men and women and other people. Okay, now I'm kind of right. Have I been here before? Yes, right? This is where the chase sent me, right? I think. So I have a feeling, have I completed this? Is that everything? I'm gonna be looking forward to the candies. No almond stuff, please. Stuff is gross. I think this is it. So with the exception of those buildings in the far west, I think maybe I've cleared this out, I think. I think that seems to be everything, right? Pretty sure that's it. Okay, now let me hunt around to the west here. What's going on over here? Oh, yeah, okay, all right. So this outbuilding here, that's interesting. Absolutely nothing. What is up with that? More? That's interesting. Okay. I searched all those spaces, so I don't think there's anything left there. Interesting. Okay, well, at least, I mean, personally, at least I'm satisfied that I got to those spaces. That was going to bother me if you couldn't get in there. Okay, so, yeah, that probably is going to get me a commission. So I'm going to go back to town. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for that. I think, I'm pretty sure I feel like the things that are good signs is I get that one magic item find in the cabinet. I got 4 different journal entries, including 2 different mazes in the castle, northwest and northeast. Now the northern end is the far end, so that seems like possibly terminal stuff. So that seems to be signaling that that's like the important things. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely respect the empty rooms. In original D&D, it actually says most of the rooms are supposed to be empty. And then you have the classic argument about, like, you know, does empty just, you mean totally empty, or just no monsters or treasure? And certainly, you know, Gygax's own dungeon, own Greyhawk dungeon, had, you know, rooms that just weren't keyed at all, or they didn't even have a key to them. So clearly there was actually really empty. So here I am. You're right. Well, you're really close to right, Disparats. It is actually it is contradicted by almost every module. You know, Gygax's original Castle Greyhawk, which we only know by looking over his shoulder at a convention once, had mostly unkeyed rooms. And the other thing I can think of is Expedition to the Barrier Peaks has a whole lot of unkeyed rooms on the map. I feel like somehow accidentally that's like the most old school module of all because of that. Okay, so I need to get to daytime. And then I can check on my commission. But those are actually the only exceptions I can think of modules that aren't heavily keyed like that. So here's the clerk's office. What do you got for me? Now, your entry, the council clerk begins looking through a stack of papers. Before I can offer any commissions, I must see if you are due a current reward. Yes, that's the protocol when we're here. I think we know that. Putting on the papers, she says, I must bring to your attention the following concerning Valingham Graveyard. Yeah, you guys are just totally psycho about the graveyard, and no wonder why. The undead are crossing the river in hordes and killing or carrying off our settlers. The council demands these attacks be stopped. A generous reward is offered. Yeah, we have already had this conversation. The clerk shuffles through her papers. On the matter of commission, she says, I can offer the following. So I guess I'm not getting anything here from Koval Mansion. I guess I missed, eh? I guess I missed something. Or I have to wipe out more thieves, I guess. Okay. And there's the nomads. Yeah, I agree, Matthew. I mean, Expedition to the Barrier Peaks is a fantastic module. You know, it's funny because the other night for the first time, I watched the movie Cowboys and Aliens, right? Which is like over 10 years old now, but I really liked it. And my God, what a great cast, right? It's got Harrison Ford. It's got, oh Lord, the guy who's been playing James Bond. What is his name? am I thinking of? It's got Olivia Wilde. It's got Clancy Brown. It's got oh God, and then what's his name that played Justin Hammer in the Iron Man movie, who I love. Anyway, great cast. So my point is, at the end of Cowboys and Aliens, there's a big, from spaceship, right, stuck in the Western Territory, and my God, I feel like it looks so much like the spaceship from Expedition to the Barrier Peaks. I looked at it, it was like, that is, I mean, Jon Favreau, who directed that, I think we know he's a D&D player, and I'm like, that is the spaceship from Expedition to the Barrier Peaks, I'm pretty sure, in Cowboys and Aliens. And I just saw that like 24 hours ago. Okay, sorry for the tangent, guys. Can you run this game on RetroPie? That's a good question. I don't know. I think I had a copy that, when I run this game on Steam, it basically throws up a DOS box. I guess you're not, I'm seeing the frame to DOS box right this second. I guess you're not seeing that on the stream. So most of these Gold Box games I run in DOS box when I want to. So those are all the same commissions, right? Okay, I did not clear out Koval Mansion yet. I feel, I think some people have critiqued Cowboys and Aliens is kind of derivative, but I think it was tastefully chosen bits, honestly. So I'm about to heal up here. Am I out of Cure Light Wounds? I'm not. How many hit points does Griffith have? 19? Okay, call it good enough. Plus I can just rest up, right? Cool. Yeah. I've been having a good time with this, Matthew. Okay, might as well save it before I glitch something up. And need spells. Magic, memorize. This. So what did I do all? I did all. Might as well do Valkyrs. Get one fine traps. Yeah, okay, whatever. And he's been carrying prayer around. Yeah, good enough, that's fine. Okay, that hold person that Griffith cast was really key in the giant thief fight. Oh, okay. Did Treachery cast anything at all? Yeah, I guess, right, she cast Asleep at some point? That's good. Okay, and I'm going to rest 1 day so that Griffith can be maxed out. Great. Good question about John Carter. I've actually seen John Carter twice. I did see it in the theater. I do like it quite a bit. So I when we got Disney Plus last year or whatever, I watched it again. I actually like John Carter quite a bit. I do think that they didn't market it. I don't know, they didn't figure out how to market it properly. you know, one critique is that they mashed too many stories in the movie. Like they took, I don't know, like 3 different books worth of stories and mashed it in one movie. But I think it works. I like it quite a bit. It looks nice. It's a nice looking movie, among other things. So I actually do recommend John Carter, as a matter of fact. And of course, you know, John Carter is incredibly important to D&D. You know, those, you probably know this, that content is in the original D&D books. They just like with the Lord of the Rings stuff, they took it out later, but the original D&D has encounter tables with stuff from the John Carter Mars stories. So, you know, frankly, there's really 2 things built into original D&D. There's Lord of the Rings and there's John Carter specifically. So, so I highly recommend watching that. Cool. There should have been a pile of weapons in the mansion. Anyway, there's at least more thieves, so I ought to... how did I miss that? I mean, the whole thing is kind of mazy, so... I guess admittedly, like last... See, now that I'm out of... I guess once I got past the slums, I've been a little bit more slack about mapping everything out because I've been relying on the area overview, assuming that would be enough. Yep. Yeah, it was originally, right, they were originally listed as white apes, and then they became carnivorous apes in AD&D, and then they became Girolans in 3rd edition. I don't know if you've ever seen, I don't know if you guys have ever seen, because the year that D&D came out, TSR also published this little book called Warriors of Mars, which is entirely just like how do you play a John Carter role-playing game. And I think it got yanked off the market because they were, you know, it wasn't legally kosher. So it's hard to find. I have seen a digital copy, but that is exactly what those guys were interested in at the time. There's an old Dragon magazine where they give, you know, statistics for John Carter, and I think the author made him a 30th level fighter, I think. And then later Gygax had an article, was like, that's ridiculous. 30th level fighter, ridiculous. How about 25th or whatever he said? Like, that's kind of a fine hair to slice, frankly. So what? I'm really confident that I've explored the entire eastern slice. So if there's anything that I'm missing, I feel like it's got to be in the middle. I mean, I've been here a couple times. Oh, here's a guy. What's going on here? As you enter the room, a thief with a sword comes out of nowhere, backstabs a party member, hopefully for not 17 points, and then disappears as well. Don't be 17 points. 9 points. Cadell really gets hit over and over again. Right? I mean, that was the point, right? The whole point was like, hey, this is the most powerful fighter you've ever seen ever. Well, I mean, you know, for what it's worth, I mean, you guys probably know this. You know, John Carter came before comic book superheroes, and so, you know, was largely the inspiration for Superman, to my understanding. So the whole idea of John Carter, right, is he's an Earth guy that goes to a planet with lower gravity, and therefore he looks super strong. And you know, Shuster and Simon later on was like, well, what if we switch that around and we make someone from a higher gravity planet come to Earth, and they look as super strong as John Carter does, but he's on Earth now. That was the original concept behind Superman, is a reverse John Carter, actually. So, Tough. I know way more about that than I really should. Oop. Right, okay. Oh, here's this guy again. Am I... Is this the exact same fight? I'm doing the same fight all over again. What the hell? I guess we all knew that story, right? Many of us knew that same story. I wasn't really telling you anything. That's a good point. Yeah, you're right with that Conan article, Disparel. Jeez, this is actually harder than the first time I did this. What the hell? That's interesting. This whole fight just respawned. I didn't really want that. I'm glad I topped everything off. Oh no. Oh God. Am I gonna lose in the same fight that I fought earlier? That's... Huh. Your thief count might have reset back to 0. Boy, I'm not happy with this. Wow. Huh. Well, I'm sorry you're going to see this again, except minus Cadell. See, this is the kind of thing that I need, like, possibly. It's like how I would never have guessed that this whole thing would just reset. Like, while I'm still playing the app, if I'd quit the application, maybe I might have guessed that. Okay, so you're going to cast the whole person this time. Okay, Matthew. Thanks for hanging out for a bit. Thanks for the like. Okay, where are these 6th level thieves? You. And you. And where's the other one? You. Now, hypothetically, one of them is saves, but they didn't last. Cool. All right, so Ron, what are you gonna do? I want you out of there. I wonder what Durton's gonna do. Okay, so we already cast the hold, so that's fine. Okay, whatever. You know, it's a thing. All right, you know what? That wasn't the worst thing he's ever done. That's fine. So again, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 first level thieves that are still up. So I don't. Of course, Neverwinter is about to get hit. Oh, she can't throw because she's adjacent to that guy. Well, that's interesting. How many could I catch 2 with a sleep spell? It's pretty underwhelming. I cast Stinking Cloud there. You know, why not? You know what? Why not? I have an enormous number of sleep spells. Jeez. Jeez Louise, man. I hate it. This has happened a couple times where I do a fight and then I redo the same fight and it's actually much harder on me. Okay, so these guys are both helpless. Good. And I still can't throw because that guy next to me, but I can use the quarterstaff, which is pretty rare, but it's there. You know, speaking of, random dice and stuff, because this summer I upgraded my my computer to Windows from. I tend to keep computers for a long time, so I just recently upgraded from Windows 7. Nice. Upgraded from Windows 7 to Windows 11, and like a couple weeks in, I thought, well, I'm gonna go try the solitaire game. Is that still around? And what I realized is that the default is to have these like pre-selected decks that aren't really random. And I played a couple hands and I was like, what's going on here? And there was like, oh, it's this like last option out of 8 options. It says, or you could pick a random deck, but caution, random solitaire deck might not be solvable. And I'm like, that's what solitaire is supposed to be like. I mean, that's just what the game is like. And it's weird to me in 2022 or whatever that they've taken this game and they've changed it to be fundamentally not random because people can't deal with it or something. And I'm like, that is, to my primitive caveman brain, that seems super weird to me. Okay, so I definitely don't want a quarterstaff again. That's not my forte. I'll just pick these guys off. That's fine. Yeah, it's nifty. Okay, my teammate is dying. Gotta do something about that. You know what? I'm gonna start knocking off these sleeping guys. Boy, that is hard for me to swallow. It's just really hard for me to swallow. I want these guys out of here. Okay, now this is where I want to bandage Cadell. Durden is just like, he's totally unpredictable. Good. You know that the class level titles for the monk all come from Mahjong? You know that? I don't know how widely that's known nowadays. And also the original colors for the dragons, actually. So supposedly the order of creation of the dragons was red, green, and white from Mahjong tiles, and then Gygax came up with the other one, supposedly. We travel the same one. We do, Lord, so do. Because you have great taste. Will you guys over there please hit sometime, please? Man, Durden loves the oil. Okay, there we go. It's funny, that stuff about the titles being from the Mahjong game. It's funny because it was just in the last year that I learned that. I don't personally play the game, but nonetheless, it's like, boy, that was right in our face for almost 50 years. That never occurred to me. It's so clear now. Is that everybody? Was that the whole kit and caboodle? What is this? Is that normally a thing? What the hell is that? Was it like a plant? It's like a potted plant? What the hell is with that? That's weird. Okay, well, I get more experience out of it. I guess there's that. Ah, geez, you know what? When in town, I should have gotten rid of the stuff, didn't I? God, I forgot to. Okay, now, so granted that I'm getting duplicates. I mean, there's no chance that stuff is magic. I'll take a couple of these, whatever. Good enough. Do you want to go back and claim your junk? No, I don't. Nice dungeon sunflower. What the who's it? Okay, so once again, I'm gonna get Cadell up first of all. Now Durden, yeah, Durden could use healing. Okay, so he's 2 points down currently, so I'm going to call that good. And then Rollin, who's now a frontline fighter. Please don't roll 1. Please don't roll 1. Oh, he's fully healed. Great. Okay, so that worked. And then I'll give another one to Cadell. And I guess I need more. So 12 out of 15. I'm going to call that good for Cadell. There's some interesting, there's been possible strange behaviors due to integer underflow with the thief encounter. Maybe the flower spawned from an issue with that. Weird. Super weird. But, you know, I'm going to take that as like a hint or something, and I'm going to go look. Carefully look in this. I think that's what's around here. No, I'm not finding anything. Super weird. I mean, the weirdest thing about this is the respawning. I'm just going to start bashing these things down. I don't know what area I haven't been in yet. Here's this business again. Disarm it? With Rollin? I think I already did that, right? I mean, so everything's respawned. Now what I'm not getting ambushed so much though. I don't think I've searched all the squares of every room. I mean, I suppose I could turn this. I should turn on the perma search, I suppose. After the party enters the room, a net laced with sharp blades falls on the party. Well, that's different. You know, I don't have a fine. I don't have a fine traps going, do I? They live here. They relock the doors. They reset the traps. You know what? That does make sense. Although the giant, you know, raised dead that happened doesn't make so much sense. So what? So can I move now? What the hell? What's going to happen if I move? Am I going to get cut to pieces? So what did that do? That didn't do anything. Am I crazy? Okay, okay, missed the attack roll. Okay, great. Okay, I guess I haven't been here. Before you is a table with 4 small caskets on top of it. What will you do? Well, I guess I'll look. Before you is a table with 4 small caskets on top of it. What will you do? Okay, search a casket. Which casket will you search? A, B, C, or D? C. C is the best answer on a multiple choice test. Do you know there was a report? The New York Regents exams you can pass by just picking C on every question. It's not even an all multiple choice test. You only need to get 20% right in order to pass it. That's sad. I shouldn't laugh. I guess I'll disarm this. As you search the casket, you accidentally set off a trap. A noxious powder sprays into the air, damaging the party. Oh, fuck. Man, what is it with Cadell getting the brunt of this all the time? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ. Did everybody get hit for 5? That's rough. You try to pick the lock, but it's too complex for you to pick. You fail miserably. That's just kind of rude. I mean, I don't have... I mean, now... Did I get my knock spell back? Am I... Wait, Durden cast knock? How is that... What? How did Durden cast knock? Am I completely losing my mind here? Durden cast knock? God. Well, that's nice. I'll take all 3. Wow, that was miserable. That trap was awful. Jeez. Okay, so I'm gonna use all of my healing because I don't want. I really don't want to get jumped by something. Usually, right, everybody's down by 5, right? Gross. Cleric, heal thyself. Okay, that worked. Also, cleric, heal all the magic users, please. Got it. Weird. Super weird. I mean, Neverwinter still has her knock spell. This game massively confuses me sometimes. So I'm gonna save this before I get in further trouble. So can I? So now geez, I have 3 more caskets to go. Huh. A. Your party detects a trap. Avoid it. I'm going to avoid this. You avoid the trap by not opening the casket. Ick. Look at B. Oh, man. A dart shoots out and hits one of the party members. Okay. All right. 3 points. We can take that. It is locked. How will you open the lock? Okay, now Rollin picked the lock. Inside the casket is a variety of gold chains, pendants, and jewelry. Wow, that's nifty. I think it's only giving me 1. These are dangerous caskets. So this is D. Okay, so I'm going to go with disarm in order to see what's inside it. Yeah. Okay, so I've triggered this also. From a secret compartment in the wall, a shower of darts rains down upon the party. Jesus Christ. Jesus H. Christ. Wow, that is rough. Well, I'm going to cast Knock again, I guess. Dirt and Cat. Boy, I'm super confused about that. The chest is filled with treasure. 700 experience. Holy smoke. I have skipped A. You're totally correct. I was going to say, like, I was answering my I was wondering, are they all trapped like this? 20 gems. Holy smoke. Wow, this is like the most dicey encounter. These 4 caskets are like really scary. I mean, you know, there is casket A left, but I mean, Neverwinter's down to 3 hit points. Do I have any cures left at all? I don't. So I'm out of healing. I mean, unless I think she has like a potion. Is this a good time to use this? You know, I'm gonna use this potion here. This might be a terrible idea. With down to 3 hit points, I don't want her. Ready it, then use it. Okay, up to 12. That's nifty. Hardens at 6. I'm not sure I dare open casket A. So maybe I made the wrong call there. I think somebody else has another potion. I think. Boy. So I'm going to do it. I set this off too. poison needle shoots out and plunges into a party member. So at least it's only one. And it's near Jorini that I was worried about. So now she's poisoned. Pick it. Oh, pick the lock. You find a pouch of small gems. Over 400 XP. Wow, what a crazy encounter. She would have been fine, would have been pretty close. And is she poisoned now? Oh. So that's not a continuing thing, even though it said poison? So status says okay. So I'm assuming if there was ongoing poison going on, I would see that here. Crazy. Nonetheless, I mean, do I have to kill more thieves? I mean, I need more fights, right? I'm assuming at this point that I need to find more thieves and wipe them out. Okay. All right. Well, then I'm confused by slow poison, I guess. Thanks for telling me that. So I had not been in this room before, so there's at least one room. Okay, made her save. That's good. Okay. I guess I got accustomed. I mean, I've been up here before. I guess I got accustomed to later games like Dungeon Hack, where it's an ongoing detriment thing. Okay, now I'm going to turn on perma search here, just in case there's anything important that I'm missing. Someplace. And you know what? The other thing is I'm going to make absolutely sure I've got the fine traps working too. Got it. Which of course, and that ruling on slow poison is really the only way you can play it by the book. So now I'm trying to walk through pretty much every space. Have I taken that door? Probably I have. Oh, there's a guy. As you enter the room, oh, here we go with this guy again. Okay, so two thieves come out of nowhere, attack the party. They fell miserably and run out the east door. So this got reset. Will you chase them? So I'm going to say yes. So here I'm on the auto tracker. I don't have any cure spells left. I mean, am I going to go back to that same fight again for the third time? So as you enter this room, the two thieves split, one going through the east door, the other going through the south. Now, last time I took south, so just to shake it up, I'm going to go east and see what happens here. So we do get to see both, I guess. East. Same ambush, different ambush, something different. Pretty big room here. You've caught one of the thieves. Oh, the thief begs for mercy and says, I am the guild master. If you release me, my thieves will no longer attack you. What will you do? Well, I mean, I like the sound of that, but that's, I mean, can you trust that? This seems very backstabby, like I'm lying, right? Am I right? I'm gonna attack this guy. I can't trust these guys. They've been constantly backstabbing me, jumping me, trapping me, poisoning me. I don't want that to happen anymore. Okay. Don't have many spells left. What am I doing wrong? Oh shit, am I out of darts? Oh, right, because I got I used that potion. What alignment are you, sir? Can you please say something in the lawful language? Nice. Nice one, Griffith. 10 points of damage. Good job. Okay, Durden must be out of spells or something. He's probably, because that was the right call. Nice. Get some experience. Take his long sword. Share the money. Okay, well that's different than the other one. Now I've been in this space before. I totally scouted this around on my first entry. Searching everything everywhere now. I kind of agree with that, Lord Sudo. I managed to sneak it in our languages chat last week. I managed to sneak it in at the end. There was some, like, I guess we mentioned, like, maybe that's like a whole hour on its own. And we were talking about that in our after chat on Discord later is what we're doing. And it's interesting, I got to admit, to me it seems super weird. Don't I have fine traps running? That's distressing. To me, alignment language is pretty problematic. Oh, that's interesting. You see a wide collection of rugs and tapestries. Two of them look extraordinary. Yeah, see, I got this the prior time I was here, I got this stuff. I'll take the 2 fine tapestries and leave the rest. Just like last time. Is everybody overloaded? Durden, maybe? Crazy. Everybody is overloaded. But I know from last time these tapestries weren't that valuable anyway, so that's not a big loss. Hey, Drago Siegfried. Thanks for joining us. Anyway, to complete my thought, to me, alignment languages are kind of tricky, but we had at least 1 or 2 viewers who were very vocal about, yes, alignment languages are great. So I guess the fine traps is worn off, eh? Party detects a trap. What do you want to do? I'm having a pretty good day. Thanks for asking. God. This avoid disarm choice is like really tricky. Okay, so I deactivated that. That's good. Piled here is various loot. There is a wide variety of knickknacks, from tarnished bronze candlesticks to 1 or 2 useful items. This I feel like I missed before. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. This is all the useful stuff, I guess, right? Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Yeah, I hope you get your paycheck soon. Okay. I think I gotta call this particular excursion. So everybody's fully overloaded. I've cast all my cure spells. I think this is as much as I can push it. If I still have missed something, I'm not confident I can survive another encounter. Have I been here? I've been here before, right? I wonder if that guy really, I mean, maybe that guy really was the guild master. Maybe I'll take one more run through here. The 3 cabinets and pile of weapons. The 3 cabinets. I mean, I found. I don't know. I don't think I have. I mean, I don't think I have found a pile of weapons, quote unquote, that some of you guys are talking about. If that's a thing I haven't found yet, it's really well hidden because I don't know where to go for it. I found lots of books of philosophy in the library. You're right. Yeah, last week was mostly me getting the library cleared out. Yeah. They were useless and boring. What did I? Don't tell me that. Okay, so I'm gonna head back to town here, and you know, I was searching every space there. I ought to turn that off now. Boy, I have scouted all over all that stuff. I think. Crazy. I know, but you don't have to. I know, Lord Soto, but you don't have to repeat it. So let me just go. Let me just go to the town hall and see if they're going to award me the commission for that now. It's approaching about 1 a.m. here, New York time. So it's about quitting time here. Anyway, I hope they give it to me. If not, next I'm going to have to call that good on Koval Mansion. And maybe move on to the wilderness stuff or the what is again this barrel? It's the what fact the hemp temp rope. What is it? That's Bipodal Plaza. There's too many I don't know fabric stores around here or something. The textile house, right? Cadorn's textile house. So that might be my next target next time. I must see if you were due a current reward. Am I due a current reward? The council was pleased by the elimination of the thieves in Koval Mansion. Here is your reward. That's what we're looking for. 164 experience points per character. And hopefully I have enough encumbrance to take this stuff. Okay, so there's no item, so I can just share this. Great. Awesome. That was our goal for tonight. Had to take 2 cracks at it. Putting on the paper, she says, I must bring to your attention the following concerning Valinghan Graveyard. It's horrible. I get it. I totally sympathize. I totally feel that. And nomads and kobolds, I assume we're going to get again. Right, so stop the nomads. Stop the kobolds. Got it. Find the source of the river's pollution and end it. Now that's a new one. Maybe there'll be some kind of pool involved. I don't know, just guessing. I'm a newbie to Pool of Radiance. These are all the commissions currently available. Cool. Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna call it a night here, having cleared out Koval Mansion successfully. Maybe, so you guys are telling me maybe there's one more cache of treasure of magic items that I didn't find. But I guess I'm going to have to say I was in this play of the game, I was personally not successful in finding it. So I apologize if it was something really cool. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Disparrow. Thanks for all the help. I appreciate it. And I'll be back next week now, new night, actually. So like I said at the top of the show tonight, I'm going to switch to Monday nights. So I'll be back Monday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, maybe plus or minus a couple minutes. And again, doing that for these new shows we're hoping to have in the fall on the channel, which we'll be announcing later. So hopefully, if you're free Monday night, I'll see you then, or you can watch the episode on tape afterwards. Paul and I, as usual, will be back for one more Wandering DMs Sunday D&D chat, 1 p.m. Eastern Time this Sunday, and I guess we haven't announced what the topic is yet, but it's going to be something cool. So hope you'll join us then, and I'll see you on Sunday or Monday or some other show, some other night. Could be any night. Just roll the dice. It won't be Saturday, so roll a d6, and you'll probably see a show. I think you do need me. Yeah, I think I do need all of you actually for both the moral support and the help on the crazy interface that happens sometimes. So I really appreciate that. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for hanging out on Games for the Elder Times tonight. It's so much fun to get a break with you guys, and I'll look forward to hanging out with you again next time on Monday. Take care, everybody.